All right, let's talk about a new concept called VarArgs. So, what are VarArgs? Well, let's give you some background onto this. Let's pretend here you have a function called addMe, a method called addMe, and it takes in two integers, and it will just add them together and print out the sum. Now you would call it here in main, put in your two integers, and it would just go ahead and add them. But what if you need this to be more dynamic, right? What if you wanted to add three integers, or four integers, or five or six? The examples could go on, but this method, it is quite rigid. It could only take in two integers. So you would have to build multiple methods all the way through to handle all of those examples. What if you needed something to handle all of your examples? Well, that's where the concept of VarArgs come in. It'll be able to take in as many as you like for the arguments and kind of perform the same task that you want to do originally. So let's type this out and see what it looks like. So the first thing you notice is that right up here, that I have something called a ... right after the data type. That's letting the Java know that it is taking more than one integer into this method. It doesn't know how many, but it's going to be able to take from one to many arguments. From here, we're going to design a enhanced for loop, just like you would use for an array to step through an array. The variable arguments have very similar methods that are connected to types that are in the array. So you'll be able to step through all of the arguments and assign them to temp in this enhanced for loop and have it do something when it's assigned to temp. So if we have 5 arguments, it'll step through all 5 of them. If we have 3 arguments, it'll step through all 3 of them, and so on. Okay, so this is very similar to the method right above. addMe2 is similar to addMe1, and so on. So we didn't really test out addMe1, but we're going to go ahead and run it and show you how it works, and then we'll test out addMe2. Okay, we'll call in just to add me, which is the first method that we created with just 2 arguments. It answers 28, which is correct. And it's, like we said, it could only take in 2 arguments, not more than 1. But let's look at add me 2. Okay, and we have the same result as 28. And it works, but now this is more dynamic. We could actually add more parameters to addMe2. There we go, 51. So as you could see, even though I added more integers to calling the method addMe2, I would still be able to use it quite dynamically. I used it with 2 parameters, and then I used it with 4, and I could add even more. So this becomes a more versatile method for me to use when I need it. So take a look at the variable arguments concept. I'm sure it'd be useful for you in your program, for various programs that you create. Thank you, and see you in the next video.